Hello everyone and welcome to the 2020 Montana Amateur Athletic Union Little Sullivan Award Banquet. Virtual for the first time. I'm Richie Melby. I'll be your virtual host for the evening. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. Tonight, of course, is about honoring the impressive resumes of 8 outstanding athletes, and not just for their feats on the athletic front, though there are many and they are impressive, but also their work outside of sport, in the classroom, volunteering, and in the community. All 8 finalists are deserving of being recognized, and while only 2 will be crowned Little Sullivan Award winners this evening, all 8 finalists are clearly winners. From setting new personal accomplishments to breaking records of NBA legends, to making national waves in the pool, to earning a shot in the National Football League, and overcoming every single thing life can throw your way. These 8 finalists have different stories, different backgrounds, but also common ground, and that's serving as role models for Montana's youth. Before we meet our finalists, I'd like to turn it over to the Montana AAU Governor, Jeremy Shields.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Shields. I'm the Montana Amateur Athletic Union District Governor. I want to congratulate you on being nominated for your outstanding athletic careers with your nominations for the Montana Little Sullivan Award. Thank you for being outstanding ambassadors of amateur sports in the state of Montana. Your accolades both on and off the court are testament to hard work and perseverance. While congratulating you, I would be remiss in not thanking all the individuals who supported you along the way. Thanks, Mom and Dad, Grandma and Grandpa, coaches, and everyone who has helped shape the fantastic individuals being acknowledged today. We will continue to root for you and wish you well as you move on to the next phases of your life. We hope to see you back on the fields, the courts, and the gymnasiums in the future, giving back to the next group of Montana athletes. I know as a coach for the past 25 years, the only thanks I ever wanted was to see my athletes coming back and paying it forward. Thank you. We are proud of what you have accomplished and look forward to seeing where life takes you next. Congratulations again, and we hope to see you down the road.
Hello everyone. For those who do not know me, my name is Mike Ward, Chairman of the Montana AAU Little Sullivan Committee. I took over this position several years ago, and as I search for candidates, it truly amazes me the talented athletes that our state has. Then on top of that, the excellence in academics and the giving back to our communities is truly awe-inspiring. The combination of these 3 attributes are the criteria for being selected as a candidate for both the National Sullivan Award and the Montana AAU Little Sullivan Award. The Montana Award was created by David and Ella Ravines of Miles City in 1955. David was a great supporter of the AAU both nationally and in Montana. He served as National AAU President as well as held numerous positions within Montana AAU and the Miles City sports community. The Montana AAU Little Sullivan Award, based on the National Award, was created to honor outstanding male and female athletes from Montana who display the qualities of athletic and academic excellence, high standards in leadership, character, sportsmanship, and ideals of amateurism. The differences are that our award honors both a male and female athlete, and the athlete has to be from Montana. Now that I have explained the award, I hope that everyone enjoys the presentation. I would have much preferred to have done this in person because I truly enjoy getting to meet our finalists. I am hoping that next year we will be able to do a live banquet again. If so, I would like to extend an invitation to all of this year's finalists to attend. This way, you will be able to experience a truly wonderful event. Again, I hope you enjoy the presentation. Thank you.
As we introduce you to the following 8 finalists for the 2020 Little Sullivan Award, you'll notice some similarities. They're all damn good at what they do, obviously, but each individual has character, and each is set up for success in whatever they pursue. We start tonight with your 4 female finalists in alphabetical order. Your first finalist has overcome more in her first 22 years than most will experience in a lifetime. Teigan Avery took up golf at the age of 9, hitting balls in her basement with longtime mentor Jim SCHAIBLE. Little did either know, a decade later, she would become one of Montana's most decorated prep golfers.
What I liked about her when she was little, she liked to do it. She enjoyed it. Practiced even when I'm not there. And she did, the things that she was to do to try to get better, and even at 9 years old. And she was striking the ball, and that was impressive. When someone can strike the ball pretty consistently, then at that age, it was like those Tiger Woods videos you see on TV when he's a little tiny kid. Very coordinated, very, she could, when you can put the club on the ball consistently, get a good firm hit. A lot you can do.
Avery won 2 Class AA state championships and finished runner-up twice while at Kalispell Glacier, with numerous junior championships and age group records captured along the way. After winning back-to-back high school championships as a sophomore and junior, Avery became one of only 34 female golfers to win 2 or more titles, and she owns 2 of the top 4 individual performances at the state meet, according to the MHSA record books. Avery has enjoyed a fine career at the University of Montana despite some of the most trying moments of her life. Diagnosed and undergoing surgery for thyroid cancer, and the most challenging, the sudden passing of her father, Jared, late last year. Teigan Avery, though, never missed a tournament through it all and was named UM's GoGriz.com 2019 Person of the Year.
I have no doubt at all. She's very much wanting the world to be in order, and she is not all about golf, because there's a lot of things that she's also involved in the college level. Other activities. It's just not all about golf. She's done a lot of work, on herself. It's given her a lot more empathy, because I think she understands that there's no perfect thing in the world, even though she'd like to see things to be very organized and very perfect. And she alluded that in her eulogy, because her dad was that way. He wanted everything to be set up perfectly, and that's something she probably took from her dad.
Ladies and gentlemen, your first female finalist, Teigan Avery. Your second female finalist comes to us from northeastern Montana, where athletic success was a family staple, and she would only add to that legacy. Plentywood's Paige Harris stood on the State B podium as a freshman and sophomore, but broke out her junior season, finishing with 4 state medals. 2nd in pole vault, 5th in the 400, 6th in the 200 and 800. When the Wildcats dropped to Class C for her senior season, she won titles in the pole vault and 400, paving the way for a walk-on opportunity at North Dakota State University.
I guess some things that were intriguing about her is that she did a number of different events in high school. She vaulted, she ran the 400, the 200, and, a bunch of other things that whenever they relays, things like that. So kind of one of those kids that you kind of hope that when they get to college with, a little more guidance and, a structured program, that they'd excel, and Paige definitely fit that category.
After beginning her collegiate career as a sprinter, Harris took a chance on the 400 hurdles and did not disappoint. She made the Bison Conference team and placed 5th at the Summit League Outdoor Championships, but the pinnacle came her junior year, a conference championship with a personal best time, 60.67 seconds. That's good enough for number 7 in the NDSU record books. She's also a 4.0 pre-med student and on course to attend medical school at MSU through the University of Washington.
I've been around a lot of student athletes over the 20 years that I've been here at North Dakota State, and I'd put her in like the top 1% of those kids. Something that we're going to tell stories about for years. One of those stories you want to tell of a walk-on that earned a scholarship, that won a conference title. Something that I probably won't forget in my coaching career is watching that race and just seeing, she wasn't the best hurdler, but she was tougher than the rest of the kids out there on that day. And that's kind of how she raced, was just, put it all on the line every time. So definitely somebody that, when you sit around and tell stories to your underclassmen about people that have come through your program, they've been successful, and, not because they were, maybe the most talented kid in the world, but definitely brought out all the talent they could with their work ethic.
Ladies and gentlemen, your second female finalist, Paige Harris. The third female finalist is a self-described gym rat, putting in more time than most honing her craft. And that dedication paid off. McKenzie Johnston capped a prep career as a Class AA state basketball champion at Helena Capital, scoring 18 points to go with 7 assists and 4 steals as the Bruins defeated Bozeman for the program's first girls basketball title.
My favorite snapshot or memory of her is after the state championship game, her being kind of lifted up by the crowd and her holding the trophy. From all the past and all of the time spent and everything else, that memory is probably the proudest, neatest moment that I can think of. I don't think there's any one play or anything that stands out. She was just so consistent, so competitive, or anything. But that's my favorite memory, that when I think of her, I immediately go to that picture of her holding the trophy up, and just that celebration and joy.
That season's Class AA MVP, Johnston would become one of the biggest role models in Montana athletics. She became a prized recruit for the University of Montana, where she was forced into the lineup as a redshirt freshman, quickly proving she belonged. She ranked second on the team in points per game, and that set the tone for what's likely to become a Hall of Fame career. As a sophomore, Johnston led the Lady Griz in scoring, assists, and steals, earning honorable mention All-Big Sky Conference accolades. She would go on to score 1,398 career points. That's good for 7th best all-time, while dishing out 515 assists. That's 4th in program history. She was also the first 4-time winner of the Teresa Rhodes Award, which is given to the player that best exemplifies Lady Griz basketball. Oh, and after home games, Johnston could always be found surrounded by dozens of young girls looking for a picture, an autograph, maybe some tips and pointers. It's an occurrence simply known as Kenzie's Corner.
Boy, just a perfect player to coach and a perfect teammate to have. And if you were ever selecting a team, whether it's for ping pong, badminton, basketball, or go fish, she would just be the first choice that I would choose on a team. Build a team around her.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 3rd female finalist, McKenzie Johnston. The 4th and final female finalist is the youngest, but already the most decorated and highly touted on the list. Catherine Russo made a splash in the pool, pun intended, in joining a short list of 4-time swim champions. Her efforts coming in the 50-yard freestyle and 100-yard butterfly. She owns state records in each, 22.76 and 54.15 seconds respectively, and is one of those rare athletes that forced every eye in the building to stop and watch when she competed.
Obviously, I've known her and swam and watched her swim since she was 7 years old. I knew that she could place number 1 or number 2 in pretty much every single event. She only lost 2 or 3 races in her whole high school career. One was the backstroke. Obviously, she lost it to Catherine Burkhoff, who made the Olympic trials in the backstroke. But other than that, her races have been really good, and just watching her, I knew that she would be good when she came up the whole time. She has the confidence that she knows that she's good because she works at it. She works hard at it.
Her success in the Montana pools speaks for itself, but it's her work on the national scene that truly stands out. Russo was a junior national finalist and will swim for the Ohio State swim program on scholarship, but most impressive, she's anxiously awaiting competition at the U.S. Olympic trials with a goal of competing at the highest level. Add in the academic accomplishments, and Russo is one of the greatest all-around student athletes Montana has seen. A 4.0 student, she scored off the ACT charts and could have landed a full-ride academic scholarship at OSU, that through the Presidential Scholars Program.
I don't know if people knew this, but she's been taking extra classes since she was young. She would go to Sullivan and get extra math and extra things. She wanted to do that. When she was an 8th grader, she came up and took the freshman honors geometry class. And so she would come up there for 1 class a day, and then she took her 2nd year of PE and health online so that she could take honors chemistry, which a lot take as a junior and then or as a senior, and then she took it so she could take both the 313 physics class, the 313 drama. She was taking honors classes and trying to get some of the health and PE online. So she was really working hard to get all of that in. And you don't see that very often. I'm beyond proud. And like I said, I'm glad that I was at the ground level, that I got to coach her as a little kid.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 4th and final female finalist, Catherine Russo. And now the moment we've all been waiting for, the 2020 Female Montana Little Sullivan Award winner. Congratulations to Catherine Russo.
Hello, my name is Catherine Russo, and I am honored to be receiving the 2020 Little Sullivan Award. I'd like to start by thanking the Montana Amateur Athletic Union for the award. I'm honored to be able to represent Butte and humbled to be joining such an elite group of athletes. I'd also like to thank my coaches, Katie Flickema of the Bozeman Brookies and Coach LYNN Schrader of the Butte High Bulldogs for their unwavering support throughout the years. I'm so grateful to my fellow swimmers throughout Montana and so fortunate to have been able to grow in such a tight-knit community. Finally, I'd like to thank my parents, Amy and Anthony Russo, and my siblings, Isabel and Philip, for their unwavering love and support over the years.
And now your male finalists in alphabetical order. The first male finalist is a hometown product currently chasing his dreams at the highest level in his sport, the National Football League. Jason Ferris was a multi-sport standout at Dillon's Beaverhead County High School, helping the Beavers to 3 consecutive Class A football state championship appearances, winning 2 of those. He was also on the basketball team that finished state runner-up in back-to-back seasons. Under-recruited, Ferris chose to continue his collegiate career in football at Montana Western just down the street. And it's a decision Bulldog fans remain grateful for to this day.
I felt watching him those years, I thought he was one of the top players in the state and would be a great linebacker. But again, he was skinny. There's parameters out there when you start looking at Big Sky coaches and who they take. And when you're a long, tall, skinny guy, sometimes guys, they look past that because there are some certain parameters that say, these guys need to have a certain, X factor in terms of weight. That we do the same thing too, but I just felt his competitiveness and who he was and his work ethic are going to put him, into another level.
They did just that. Ferris played in every game of his career, tallying 85 tackles, 2 interceptions, and a touchdown as a redshirt freshman. The following season, he recorded 92 tackles, 6.5 for loss, 2 interceptions, and 8 pass breakups. But it's his final 2 seasons that will go down in program history. A team captain in 2018, Ferris posted 125 tackles, 9.5 tackles for loss, and 3 interceptions. His 12.5 tackles per game was 3rd in the nation and helped him land a slew of honors. The Frontier Conference Defensive Player of the Year, NAIA First Team All-American, AFCA First Team All-American, AP First Team All-American, and a finalist for the Cliff Harris Award, which is given to the Small College Defensive Player of the Year. He would repeat his All-American honors last fall and finished his Bulldog career with 421 tackles, 7.5 sacks, 43.5 tackles for loss, 30 pass breakups, 7 INTs, and 2 defensive touchdowns. The incredible career impressed pro scouts, and the Carolina Panthers signed Ferris to a 3-year contract at the end of the NFL draft.
One of the mantras of our program, is Bulldogs always fight, and he will go down swinging. He'll give every single thing that he's had. In the past, we've had some guys here who've had talent and scouts have come through and they've had good testing numbers and all that. They didn't take the steps that Jason took to go and train, to invest in themselves, to sacrifice some of the other things you can get right away when you're a graduate, to go out and chase this incredible opportunity. When you were a kid, you wanted to play in the NFL. His attitude has been from the get-go, I got one shot, man, and I know he's going to, like he always has, he's going to fight all the way to the end to see where he can end up. And you only get one chance, and this is it, so go roll with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your first male finalist, Jason Ferris. Your second male finalist took one look at his high school's storied tradition and decided he was going to pave his own path, adding his name to the dozens of decorated athletes before him. Gresh Jones was only one of hundreds of the infamous Melby Maulers, wrestling under legendary coach Guy Melby at the program in Sydney. But Jones did something only one Eagle had ever done before, winning 4 consecutive state championships between 2012 and 2015. He also dominated outside the Treasure State, becoming a 3-time undefeated wrestler at the prestigious Disney Duels and earning USA Wrestling All-American accolades. Jones caught the eye of former Sydney standout Brandon Agam and joined his roster at the University of Minnesota, winning 8 matches, including his debut as a redshirt freshman. Academic changes left Jones in search of a transfer, and he landed at Dickinson State and found incredible success. Gresh Jones won a conference title and placed 4th in the nation, an All-American effort, in his second year on campus. Then followed that up with a 3rd-place national finish and another All-American honor. He competed in the national semifinals each year. He spent the majority of his senior season ranked number 1 in the nation, though a disappointing finish at nationals would eventually end his career.
One of our big focuses is plastered all over the walls in our room is no regrets, to matter where your career finishes, whether it's, finishing odd or finishing even or, not going to the big show, whatever it is, to be able to walk away and say, hey, I got no regrets. This was the best version of me that I could put out there, whether it be a Gresh Jones 2-time All-American or a kid who, was a, second string fill-in guy, to say no regrets. And I think at the end of the day, I think Gresh has got no regrets. He was always busting his tail. He was working and working and working. No doubt about it that all that hard work was worth it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your second male finalist, Gresh Jones. The third male finalist had seemingly impossible expectations to live up to thanks to his family's incredible endeavors before him. He met and passed those very expectations. Trace Tinkle was the youngest child of former University of Montana basketball standouts Wayne Tinkle and Lisa McLeod Tinkle. Older sisters Jocelyn and Ellie each played Division I basketball. It's no wonder Trace would become a hoops junkie.
We saw him a couple of times in practice, and he would make some plays, and you're thinking, okay, this could be pretty special. He continued to grow, continue to develop, but he had such an amazing work ethic. Sometimes I know Coach Tinkle and myself, we kind of we wanted to hold him back a little bit because he couldn't get enough of it. He had that amazing work ethic, and he continued to grow and fill out. I mean, he has earned everything that he's got.
Tinkle led Missoula Hellgate to a state AA title as a sophomore, then earned Montana's Gatorade Player of the Year honors the next 2 seasons, helping the Knights finish 2nd and 3rd respectively. He became Hellgate's all-time leading scorer at the time, finishing with 1,580 points. He was a McDonald's All-American nominee, Nike EYBL Most Versatile winner, LeBron James Skills Academy Jack of All Trades winner, and Earl Watson Elite AAU Best Player. Tinkle would eventually play for his father at Oregon State, again setting records along the way. His name is now littered all over those OSU record books. Most career points, more than 2,200. Most free throws made and attempted, 2nd most in three-pointers made, and 3rd most in field goals made. He passed some guy by the name of Gary Payton for the most points in program history. The 3-time first-team All-Pac-12 selection is currently chasing a pro career.
You have to have that ability to be special, but he worked really hard and been relatively healthy. But to take on and to have that target whenever you go play someone else and be at the top of their scouting report and to continue to put up the kind of numbers that he did, I can't say that I predicted that. I thought he'd be a really good player at Oregon State, but what he accomplished, I think, would be surprising for almost everybody except for maybe Trace. I've said this since he was in high school. He is going to be playing at the pro level, and I think that he's going to play at the pro level for a long time. And whether that's in the NBA or the G League or overseas, I think he's going to have a very comfortable living while he gets to play a game that he loves for a long time. And I'm really excited and happy for him and proud of him too.
Ladies and gentlemen, your third male finalist, Trace Tinkle. The fourth and final male finalist had multiple college sports options on the table and was expected to pursue a career in football. Carroll College fans are glad he didn't. Dane Warp was an all-state quarterback at Havre High with his 11,000-plus offensive yards, the most in Montana history, as are the 10,801 passing yards, according to the MHSA record books. But his basketball prowess was equally as impressive, with Warp averaging 27 points per game as a senior, helping Havre to the divisional championship game, and also earning the selection of Montana's Mr. Basketball after combining to score 42 points in 2 games during the Montana-Wyoming All-Star Series.
My first impression of him was just how smooth he was on the floor, and I think if you talk to people around the state that have watched Dane growing up on the basketball floor, he's very smooth, you know, one of those guys that puts up 20 and you don't even know he did it. It's just that easy from the free throw line, swishing three-pointers, getting to the rim, running the floor. He'll get 20, easy 20.
Warp earned immediate minutes under then-coach Carson Cunningham, playing a role in consecutive trips to the NAIA National Tournament in Kansas City. But the highlight would come in his junior year, Paulson's first as head coach, when Warp averaged 11 points per game at the national tournament, helping Carroll to its first national championship appearance. He was named the Frontier Conference Preseason Player of the Year as a senior, a year that was eventually cut short due to the COVID-19 pandemic, as he was set to lead his team back to a 4th consecutive national tournament appearance. Even then, he left the Saints number 13 on the all-time scoring list, tallying 1,545 points. His 110 career victories made him the winningest player in Carroll College men's basketball history. What's next?
He's gonna go to medical school, wants to be an emergency room doctor, keep the blood pumping. You know, he wants some excitement, and he'll be a great doctor. Shoot, I'll be calling him to donate back to the program here before you know it. So I anticipate some great things out of him.
Ladies and gentlemen, your fourth and final male finalist, Dane Warp. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. From 4 great finalists to your 2020 Montana Little Sullivan Award winner. Congratulations go out to Gresh Jones.
Hello everyone, my name is Gresh Jones, and I just want to start out by saying what an honor it is to be receiving this award today. To be named with so many other great athletes is a very humbling experience for me. I remember when I was just getting into the 8th grade year in high school, and guys like Trent Sprankle and Jade Rouser, who I really looked up to, were winning this award, and now I'm in the same shoes as them. It's like a dream come true. I would like to start out by thanking my parents for always pushing me to be my best, not just in athletics, but as a person helping out others and the community. They have been there every step of the way with support, and I can't thank them enough. I would also like to thank all my coaches I've ever had. Success starts when you are young, and the mentors I've had throughout my life have been amazing. Thank you Shane Gorder, Ty Graves, Guy Melby, Brandon Agam, and Coach SCHLECHT here at DSU. Without your belief in me day in and day out, I would not be half the athlete and man I am today. I would also like to thank my grandparents for driving across the country to support me always. Also, a big thank you to my roommates for the last 4 years for keeping me in line and always helping me make each day a memorable one. I would also like to give a huge thank you to my beautiful fiancée Taylor for always being by my side and pushing me to be my best every single day. Finally, I would like to end by saying thank you to the Montana AAU board for everything you do. Thank you very much for this award, and I hope everyone stays safe and take care.
Congratulations to Catherine Russo and Gresh Jones on being named the 2020 Little Sullivan Award winners. But again, I feel the need to emphasize all 8 of your finalists are not only deserving of their nominations, but are winners on and off the playing fields. As Jeremy and Mike mentioned earlier, we look forward to seeing what each of you accomplishes next and wish you nothing but the best of luck. Finally tonight, we honor 3 athletes for their work on the prep wrestling mats with the Montana AAU Outstanding Wrestler Awards. All 3 are state champions, All three are role models, and all three will find success in their future endeavors. First up, the West's outstanding wrestler, Bridger Hall of Missoula. Bridger attended Missoula Hellgate, then transferred to Missoula Big Sky, posting a high school win-loss record of 115-50, capturing 4 all-conference honors, 3 all-state accolades, and a Class AA state championship. His most memorable moment was, quote, working hard to make it to the state finals and becoming a state champion. Bridger has volunteered as a little guy wrestling coach and referee while also working construction and volunteering highway cleanup. He signed with the University of Providence wrestling program in April. The Northeast Outstanding Wrestler is quite familiar with your male Little Sullivan Award winner. Jet Jones is the younger brother of Gresh and followed in his footsteps to the Sydney record books. Jet posted 175 wins compared to just 32 losses, capping his senior year with a perfect 46-0 mark. He won 3 consecutive Eastern A divisional titles, placing 3rd at state as a sophomore, then earning state championships as a junior and senior. Among his long list of accomplishments are an impressive Disney Duels individual gold medal, undefeated, and 6 times winner of the Sydney Wrestling Club AAU Outstanding Wrestler Award. He's volunteered both in and out of wrestling and will attend MSU Northern to wrestle for the Lights. His favorite memory is, quote, celebrating my individual and team state championship titles with my family and teammates. The South Central Outstanding Wrestler joined the Montana record books last February and becoming a 4-time Montana state champion. Leif Schroeder went 163-3 during his high school career, posting 127 pins en route to those 4 Class AA titles. The long resume includes Jug Beck Quick Pin Award and champion, Eagle Invite champion, CMR Holiday champion, Tom LaProuse champ, and of course divisional champ. He was also a Fargo All-American, NHSCA third-place finisher, and a Reno World's champion. A member of the Student Council, Special Olympics volunteer, and a volunteer coach, Leif's favorite memory was, quote, my freshman year when I won my first state title and my brother Bjorn won his final state title. For the both of us to do it together will be my most memorable moment. Leif is committed to the University of Iowa wrestling program, that happening last fall. Congratulations to your Montana AAU outstanding wrestlers and good luck on the mats and in the classroom over the next few years. On behalf of the Montana Amateur Athletic Union and the Little Sullivan Award, I would like to thank you for watching this presentation, and I ask that you congratulate all of the finalists and award winners from tonight. Their athletic endeavors are well recorded, but it's their work as role models for our younger generation that's truly amazing. Congratulations also to the family, friends, and coaches that have helped shape their lives. Thanks again for tuning in, and have a great rest of your evening.